Hi, Stitchers.
Hi, I'm Keisha.
I'm Laura. Welcome to the Pattern Queens, episode 128. Today is Sunday, July 23rd, and this is a channel mostly about cross stitch.
But it's also about friendship and rambles and lots of shenanigans and moving from the wall over there to the wall over here.
Mm-hmm.
So we're still in the BNS office, but we'll just slowly take you around.
Yes.
Once every 6 months we'll move.
This is the only wall that we could clear quickly.
Yeah, there's a lot of boxes in here to be packed. So
a lot of stuff.
Very fun.
So what's new with you?
Not really a whole lot. It's only 8 days until my birthday, so I'm very excited about that. And actually, we're going to be pre-filming Stitch with Us right after this. So, again, we just look like we wear the same clothes all the time.
Yes, we do.
Because next Sunday I will be celebrating my birthday.
Although last time we said that we would be in the same clothes and then we weren't.
Yeah, well, you can never trust us. Never trust us. But my birthday is actually on Monday the 31st, but we're doing a lot of celebrating the day before. So, but that's future what's new with me. I don't really have anything else. What's new with you?
Well, yeah, I think I've slept all week, and we went on a fun trip yesterday, as you will see. And that's, I'm just kind of thinking of, my brain is going about 90 miles a minute.
Right.
Because we are thinking and planning and looking ahead to packing and our next retreat, which is the in-person retreat.
I'm so excited because I'm going to be at that one.
Are you coming to the retreat? If you are, we want to know so that we can get a hug.
Yes, please let us know, because I want to meet every one of you. And maybe James will pop into the room a couple of times, so you can meet him if you haven't already. So
okay, so do you want to jump right into stash?
Can. Okay, so we went to Color and Cotton yesterday in what's the name of the St. Louis suburb it's in?
Manchester.
So right outside of St. Louis. And I got all the things. Because whenever you go stitch shopping with your friends, they are bad influences, but also great influences. But first, I'm going to start with birthday presents I got. So from Katie Landis, I got this piece of Dirty Piggy opalescent linen from BeStitch Me. And look at how fun it is. I'm so excited about this.
Oh, this will be a new challenge. We have the light behind us.
Right. That's right. So I'm just going to sit in front behind it. But look, it's this pink with the mud splotches.
Oh, yeah. And it looks like he's rolled around in it.
And it's opalescent, which you can't really tell because of the lighting, but it is so much fun. I saw a piece of this once and I was like, oh, I've got to have that. And whenever we went to BeStitch Me, I didn't see any. And so the last time Laura and Katie went, he's like, do you have any of that?
What count did you end up with?
It is 32 count, but it's 32 count opal, so that'll be good.
Well, and we told her, we asked her, what do you have? She went to, she has a magic back room there that it seems like every time we say, oh, I'd really like this, she'll find it.
So anyway, I have no idea what I'm going to put on this, guys, but I'm very excited about it.
It's so fun.
Yes. And then from Laura, I got a piece of Lucky, 36 count Lucky from BeStitch Me, and it's just this really vibrant green. It is so much fun.
Really, really pretty. You know what? I'm going to steal this.
Okay.
How about that?
There we go.
Because then it kind of shows the true color. How about that?
So
I probably messed up your whole setup.
It's okay. It's fine.
But it really does make it show.
So it's very pretty. Again, I don't know what I'm going to put on it, but I'm excited to find something. And then Laura also got me these acrylic floss drops. They match the fabric. It's color coordinated.
If you go to BeStitch Me, you have to look in, there's a bin right up by the register, and she has a bunch of these and a bunch of grime guards, and I just love these. I'll show you guys later. I did a bunch of my floss on one this week, and I really loved it.
So I'm excited about that. And then she also got me Merchant Mermaid from Mirabilia, and mermaids aren't my thing, but Mill Hill is my thing. And so
and it's green.
Yes, and it's green. So it matches the floss drops. And I'll show you, I got a piece of fabric for her too. So, but I'm really excited. If I were to stitch any Mirror Mermaid, it'd be the one that says Mill Hill on it. So it's perfect. She knew. All right. So, and then Katie signed me up for a Yes Fit walking challenge because I've been walking a lot more. And there's one that is a Winnie the Pooh one, and you get a Winnie the Pooh medal if you walk 50 miles. So I am going to get that medal, and I'll show it to you whenever I get
That'll
it.
be fun,
yes,
right?
I'm very excited about it. I went home and told my husband all about it. All right, so now I'll get into things that I bought at Color and Cotton. I will let you know that I broke one of the unwritten rules of Flosstube, and I started with things that I bought yesterday before I showed them to you.
That's okay.
So I'll show you part of it now and part of it in whips, and it's going to be fun. Everybody's going to be cool about it.
Okay. So I'll show it at the same time. How about that?
Okay.
We got these
hoops. And we also have one more size.
Mm-hmm.
It's purple. As you can see, something is in mine. So
something's in mine too.
So anyway, we've been using them. And I like them so far. It's kind of different to get used to a square shape.
Yes.
So, but right now I am a person who likes my fabric fairly tight, and it is keeping the fabric tight in them, and they're very, very lightweight.
These are the Nurge hoops. And I don't know how Keisha resisted because there was a green one there too.
But we had already gotten matching sets, and we're stitching best friends, and so we could have matching sets.
Well, maybe we should both have gotten a green one. Then.
Maybe we should have. That's okay. We have to go back to Color and Cotton. So that's the first acquisition. Then the next thing, I kitted up, and don't look too hard at it. I'll show it to you in whips too. I kitted up Fright from Bent Creek. I already had this, but I bought this fabric, and fabric, I would have been professional about this and unrolled it and put it. It's a limited edition. 32 count Belfast.
After all that, right?
Yeah, from Color and Cotton. And I took the called for Flosses. She has them all in her shop, and I took them and I kind of converted them to her Flosses. So
I think you could have left them twisted and they would have shown. Because they're so pretty like that. And I think you get to see every color.
Yeah.
It's quick. She's good at this.
Okay, so they're all twisted around. You can see all of the beautiful colors in there. And that's
they're gorgeous.
Fabric. So I'll let you know. I have spiced cider.
You want me to hold this?
Yes, please. Yes. We're a professional production. We have spiced cider and burlap. Well, very professional. Okay, burlap. Don't worry, there aren't that many guys. Thimble. Amethyst. Sea urchin. Typewriter. Cozy sweater.
So cool.
And marigold.
Oh, sorry.
And the best part of that is the lighting was bad, so you can't even really tell what colors. But I tried.
But you got to see them all twisted up, and they're beautiful together.
So I'm really excited. I still have a few DMC that I need to get because I got too excited and I forgot about it. So I ended up with that, and then Laura wants to show her grime guards. So we got grime guards.
Aren't they cute? Mine has little flowers all over it.
Mine has polka dots.
I love the bubbles.
I love them. So, and this is from Straight from the Heart by Sue.
Yes. And that is somebody who just does things for, we were talking about these because Sue makes these really deep. And a lot of people say, oh, well, there's no room left to stitch when you get in. However, like Keisha uses these. You could use those to hold them back. You could use the, we call them peels, the quilting, the rubber quilting things, or you could use, what else do we say? some other clamp anyway, and hold some of the fabric back if you need to.
And really having a deep grime guard is good if you're a person who has a really large project, because it will hold all of your extra fabric. I know I have some bigger full coverage that it's nice to have a bigger grime guard because you can roll all of the fabric and put it in there. So whenever I was trying to figure out what I was going to stitch Fright on, I had opinions from Katie and Laura about what I was going to stitch it on, and they chose that one that I just showed you. But the other contender that I got because I liked it
It's beautiful.
is this piece of lighthouse linen.
Oh, there you go. You got it.
And it's just a really pretty gray.
It is, with great marbling.
So I just really liked this, and I knew that I'd be able to find something for that. So I just got it.
I was telling Keisha, I feel like that's my gray is kind of my neutral of preference right now.
And then I told you I bought a piece of fabric for the Merchant Mermaid. So I'll show you that. This is a limited edition fabric, and it is a 32 count Lugana.
So pretty.
That Katie almost picked up, but she's a linen person and not a Lugana person. So you can't really.
It's not quite as powdery blue as that. I wonder, can we cheat a corner? Does that help?
Maybe.
Sometimes when you get it against something else, it'll show up. But it is beautiful.
And this is the DMC. And we're kind of fighting with the light today, but all of the really pretty greens and teals, and it's going to be really good. I didn't get all of the called for floss because it calls for some Karen water lilies, and we were kind of looking and playing a little bit while we were there, but I figured that I would just stitch all of the DMC first and then kind of make some choices. And
we just have to go back.
Right. And then I almost got out of there. They were doing a Dirty Annie's trunk show, and I saw this one called Peppermint Bark. And my mom has a Dotson, and so every time I see things with a Dotson, I think of her. And so I'm like, well, I want that. And I thought, oh, it's only 3 floss colors. I could kit that up right now. And they had the perfect named thing. So first off, I got Pearl White, which is, white. But then I also got a red called the Naughty List and a green called the Nice List. And they're a little bit brighter than they're showing up. And then I got, it's a limited edition fabric. Sorry, I don't have the names on it, any of these. And this is I got a 32 count, a lot of 32 count yesterday. And it's just like a buttery yellow. And so I'm excited to stitch that. I almost started that yesterday, and Laura said, oh no, you should wait until the 25th and do Christmas in July. So that's probably what I'm going to do.
I think Katie Landis talked you into that.
Oh, they're both bad influences, guys. They're both bad influences. So
we're like, start all the things.
Right. And while I was there, this is another thing from Straight from the Heart. It's just kind of a project keeper. It has a place for your needles. And this little hoop here, this little loop, I took pictures so that I'd know exactly how to use it. They had the skein of floss that they were using there. And then this is felt so your floss will stay. And then it has pockets for scissors. And then you just like that. But I guess in the spirit of Peppermint Bark, I really liked the one that had peppermints on it.
Really cute. So it'll all go together.
Yes. So that's my stash.
We had fun, and I'm looking at all my stuff. So
this is more of a stash video than it is right.
We were on a Black Needle chat, and the subject of knitted socks came up, and I'm like, oh, that's not anything I ever do. And one of our watchers, and I've not asked permission to use her name, so I'm not going to. But she said, well, what size do you wear? I have a whole bunch of socks that I knitted during 2020, and I'll send you some.
Oh.
So I got a package, and not only did it come with socks, but it came with this beautiful scarf, which I said, so okay, pretty. It's really a little more vibrant than that. I said, it makes me feel like Wonder Woman. I don't know. It'll be perfect at school to just have something that will go like right around my neck. And then I got this pair.
Ooh.
They are so soft.
Yes, those are beautiful.
They're gonna be so fun. And I got this pair, which seems very me.
Yes.
Pink and purple and blue. And then one more, and this one has a ribbed cuff.
Ooh.
So I just thought those were
Beautiful.
gorgeous.
Yes.
So I don't know if you watch us, but if you do, thank you. I don't think she does because I don't think that it fits with what she can do work-wise.
Mhm.
So, okay, I'm gonna drop these down in here. Otherwise, I'm gonna have a big mess. Then, it has been like just crazy pattern central. I had to order, when I ordered Keisha's pattern, it couldn't travel alone.
No, it needed a friend.
So I got it, a guard cat.
Ooh.
Wildflowers by Barbara Anna.
That's so fun.
Isn't it cute? I'm so excited. It
Oh.
was way more vibrant in the picture.
Mhm.
And I think it is just going to be so fun
Yes.
to do. It uses a ton of colors.
It'll be fun.
Yeah. Then I got my Fiberlicious, my last Fiberlicious. I don't think I showed you guys this one. It's eucalyptus showers. We're gonna try this. There we go.
Ooh.
I'm by the wall, so my stuff will show, right? I love this. It's so gorgeous.
Play Mana today.
I might. And then when Katie and I were setting up for our online retreat, one of the things that we researched was Nicholas Flamel.
Mhm.
And Nicholas Flamel does beautiful hand-dyed linens. And I got the Bronte sisters.
Mm.
So this one has this one, which is kind of purpley. These are just,
They're beautiful.
yes.
Oh, I love that one.
And they're not named individually. So it's just this
You
collection.
decide which sister is which.
Yeah. And I don't know which one I would choose to work on first because they're just so gorgeous.
Mhm.
Look at this.
Ooh.
And I don't know if I want to cut these up and make several projects or if I want to do,
A big thing.
yeah. But I don't know how many big things I
Right.
want in my stash either. And then this blue, which look at that.
Ooh.
It's a little more bluey blue. It's showing kind of gray
Mhm.
on there. I don't know if I can cheat it and get it in. No, it's gonna show gray today, but it is beautiful, beautiful fabric. And it came very quickly. It came in less than 2 weeks for sure. I think really in just over a week
Oh, wow.
from Hungary.
Mhm.
Then my stuff from Color and Cotton. I got this cute, cute, cute project bag.
Mhm.
And inside are all these stars, not stars and bees. And it's also, so this is another Straight from the Heart by Sue. It has this cute tassel and a little bee charm. And then all of these colors, I'll insert a photo here. I converted, and I'm going to do a little more Victorian take on Santa's Village by Country Cottage Needleworks. So those are the colors I need at least to start. I opted to just go with the DMC for the faces, but everything else I chose Color and Cotton. Then I went a little nutso. So we are starting on Autumn Solstice. It's called Autumn Town
Town.
by Autumn Lane Stitchery.
That's a lot of autumns.
It is. And I found this limited edition color that I'm going to use. I'm just going to open them halfway, which looked
Ooh.
really natural colored, neutral colored in the store, but it is definitely got a little, Keisha keeps reminding me it's supposed to look like dying grass. And I think this is perfect.
That's what Aaron said. The designer of it. He said that the because you don't stitch the grass on that piece. It's the color of the fabric. He said it's supposed to look like dying grass in autumn.
And I think I had pulled one and I wasn't ever really quite happy with it.
Mhm.
So I'm really glad that I remembered
Yes.
that and got that. Then I got a couple of 8s and a 1/4 yard. Look at that palette.
Ah, in your color.
Yeah. This one I went to a 36 because I had to have the color. And really, this is limited edition. This one is French lilac. French lilac is a beautiful, beautiful color. And this last one is also a limited edition. Really pretty colors, though. I love them. Then you think that Keisha's only influenced by us.
I've never done
Don't you believe that nonsense? Keisha picked this up and said, Laura, it's got a crow, it's got a crab, it has a flag. And I said, and it has stars too. So this had to come home with me. I have not heard of Stitches by Ethel, but I'm really curious to check out more of her website now and see what's there. So that is the end of my stash.
Ooh, lots of good stash.
So Keisha, have you had any finishes in the last 2 weeks?
I've had a few finishes in the last 2 weeks, but
Can you show any of your finishes?
I can't show you any of my finishes. Eventually, the next time we meet, I can show you 2 of the finishes, but I can't show them to you today. Yes, you will be able to tell when we get to whips that I do not have many whips to show because I have done thousands of stitches on models.
You have been stitching like a mad woman.
So anyway, I was telling Lara the other day that usually I aim for about 200 stitches a day. That's a good day, you know, coming home from work and things. I am averaging over 400 stitches a day in July.
About 450, right?
Yeah.
Because it was 440 something.
And there was a day last weekend where I had 1,000 stitch day, and that hardly, I mean, I've only had like 2 or 3 of those since James was born, just because I needed to sit down and work on models.
And that amazes you, doesn't it?
Yes.
Because when I had my big day earlier, I just was so shocked and thought,
what do you mean 1,000?
How did I do this?
But anyway, so so I've finished some and I'll show them to you later.
And she's like, yay.
I'm very excited.
You know what? We're not really keeping track this year of how many finishes we have.
No, I should probably figure that out. But the last several finishes I've had have been models. So
okay, well, during our online retreat, I chose one project. Katie chose one project. I was more successful at stitching than she was this time. It just worked out that way. So from the To the Beach with hands-on design, I chose Oh Whale.
Such a fun one.
And I just kind of want you to look at that one because I did my own floss and look at the little purple whale.
I love it.
I had picked up the floss that it called for, and the summer showers that I got, which is that bright, bright blue that the little whale is, mine was about the same gray as the big whale.
Oh.
And so I ended up getting this one instead, and it was just so cute.
It's so fun. I love that.
I was so happy with that. So that's my finish. I believe that's number 25 for the year.
Wow, that's great.
So, and that is it for me for finishes.
Nice.
So you want to talk whips?
Let's talk whips. I don't have very many to show. I don't know if you want to get yours out at the same time. I show my.
I don't think you want me to, right?
No. Well, I mean, it's okay. Then you can see what the thing is actually supposed to do.
Well, I went on a little bit of a tear.
So, on our last stitch with us, we started Ruby from Carolyn Manning. Because that's both of our birthstones. I'm doing mine on a piece of 46 count antique white Bristol linen.
Look at our colors.
It's very, very pretty. I only worked on it during the stitch with us. So there's my little corner of it. And
I used mine for Magazine Monthly Challenge, and I needed to get at least 1,000 stitches. I was trying to find the little sticker. Mine is 32 count Silver Moon Belfast linen. I was trying to get at least 1,000, and then I had like one open spot. And when I hit 1,000, I wasn't quite all the way around. So I decided I would go for 1,500.
I'll just hold mine up.
So this is what 1,500 stitches looks like.
This is a little better than 100.
But that's what Keisha got during our stitch with us. And
So-
really, I started up, it actually goes this way.
Okay.
I started down here and didn't have, I think I had gotten like I'd gone the bottom row across and up and maybe in here. So I realized that I could do the border all the way around.
Mhm.
This is probably helpful for you, right?
Yes.
Because really, then I could cut my fabric. It's all ready to go. And that's it.
So anyway, that's our progress on Ruby.
And these are some of the floss tags I was
Mhm.
telling you about. This set it came with 20 tags, and they were all different colors, which I just think is fun.
Yes.
And this project only called for 19. So I used washi tape and just wrote the name of the project on it.
Oh, fun.
So and so there's red at either end because there were
Oh.
only 2 red ones.
Nice.
So
Good call.
squirrely. And just because we're talking about it, I'm going to go ahead and say mine is in a Sheba Designs bag. Melissa, I keep showing your beautiful bag and not crediting you. So you guys, this is from Sheba Designs, and she's in Canada, and she is fast.
Mhm.
Look at her cute little.
And they're wonderful bags.
Yes, they are.
They're great.
But crabs.
Yeah.
I mean, I was like, it had to be this one
Crabs and Ruby. It's your
Mhm.
birthday.
It is all in one bag.
All right.
Keisha's not a crab.
I'm a lion. So then the only other thing I worked on, I started yesterday in the car because I was freed from model stitching. I worked on Fright from Bent Creek. This is one of the releases at market this year. And this is on a piece of 32 count limited edition Belfast from Color and Cotton, using the conversion that I showed earlier. And I got the top little border part, and then I got part of the pumpkin, and it's looking
He's so funny.
it's looking really, really dark. He's definitely more orange, but he looks like a little dark brown pumpkin on here. So, but anyway, I am loving it. This is a little over 200 stitches, like just over 200 stitches. So
You got a lot of good car stitching
I
done,
did.
including a finish.
Right. I stitched over 400 stitches in the car yesterday. So
She told us W is a free elf.
pretty much. Oh, I told you I was going to show you that purple there. It
Oh,
really
yes.
variegates beautifully. And I'm sorry that you guys can't see it.
Oh, it
because of
is gorgeous.
because of the lighting, but
I don't know if you can see it from my side. If you,
maybe.
oh, you can see how it variegates anyway. It still shows up really dark
Mhm.
in here.
But it's almost, oh, you can see the color of my hoop. The light part of it is the color of the hoop.
Oh, yeah.
So, but anyway, those are my whips. And next time we talk, I will have a whole lot more whip progress on.
Because you will be back on the challenge group,
Yes.
right?
Well, and actually 200 stitches on this is for a challenge because I had to
Yes.
work on with orange floss or on orange fabric. So
Awesome.
here we go. Again, one hunk of points.
for the end of this
Mhm.
week.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So I'm gonna be back on the challenges and I'm excited.
Well, I am nutso, and because I had that finish during retreat, then I also pulled out what Keisha gave me for my birthday. Doggone it. This does not want to move down there, and it's gonna get zipped. And if you remember, Keisha gave me the 2023 collector's heart from Heart in Hand, and it's beautiful, and it comes with cottage garden threads in the color leather bound, and it came with the fabric and everything. So I started on this, and I started right in the center because they send you this little cut of
Mhm.
fabric. So I did the heart, and that's it. This is what this floss looks like. It variegates really pretty. I did my heart around and around
Mm.
just to try and get, and it did give
Yeah,
an
you could see.
interesting
Yeah,
texture with
that's
it. So,
fun.
but then yesterday, I wanted to try out the new hoop.
Mhm. Well, always.
How do you try out a new hoop?
You gotta
You
stitch
get a
it.
new project.
That's right. That's how I started. That's how I adjusted mine.
I saw this in the bag that I took with me, and I'm like, I'm gonna start this. This is on a piece of 36 count white Edinburgh linen. I have gotten the supplies for both summer and spring, and I started summer. And it is, I mean, it's just this, it's the two lines would be 226 stitches because it's 113 stitches wide. And then I started on that little bottom piece. So, and I
So
have enough
pretty.
of this fabric to stitch it twice.
Oh, nice.
So I may have to choose something, a different color, because it says you need 2 skeins to do this. But I'm excited. And the hoop was really nice to have it be so light.
Yes.
Because that's part of my problem with, like, that's why I don't use Q snaps. They're heavy for me,
Right.
and it just wasn't something that I wanted to do. And then my one more whip, see, I didn't do tons. I just did a lot.
You just did a lot on the ones you did.
Yeah.
Stuff on.
My other one is Forever in Peace by Sweet Wing Studio. And not that you'll really be able to see this, but this is my conversion. The thing to know about this pattern is that they have the 2 reds. The symbols are not consistent for how it's shown here on the front. So I just marked it. And when I am getting ready to stitch a red, I look at the front. Because if I went by the pattern, this bottom row would be the opposite way. The light color would be the outline and the inside would be the dark X's, which I don't think that would be bad either, but I feel like it anchors it better to have it like that. So if you're stitching this one, that's just a heads up for you that they do alter. Then I'm doing this on a piece of 32 count linen from, this is from Color and Cotton. I did everything from there. I had to think for a minute. It's more blue than this. I don't know that I'll get, oh, look. The whole inside is white.
Perfect.
It didn't help.
No. We're just fighting light today.
It's a little grayed blue, but it's definitely blue. And I have made it through all the bottom stripes. And I am up to where I'm going to have both colors and have that star field.
Nice.
But the thing that you should know is that these are all cross stitches. It looks very fancy and very, it drew me because I felt like it looked like it was a bunch of specialty stitches, and it's not. It's all straight cross stitch, and I just think it's beautiful.
Yes, it's very pretty.
So I was very excited by this one. And it's in a bag by me. It has denim in the inside and these cool stars on the outside.
Perfect bag for it.
So that's all of my whips.
Nice.
I told you I was like
You're very
focused. I think maybe I stitched on a couple other things, but I couldn't remember what all I showed, and I didn't look at our document, which, you know, we have a document that tells us what we worked on.
Right. And we copy and paste from that document, and we always put it in the show notes. So if we ever accidentally skip telling you what the fabric is or something special about it, look down below and it gives you all of the details of the projects that we show, including our finishes.
I have been watching a ton of Flosstube too, and just had the best time with it. One of the most fun ones that I have enjoyed, she took a break, and she does from time to time take a break, but on here she goes by Geeky Witch, and on Instagram she is Measy Stitch, MEASI Stitch, and her name is Melissa, and I just love her channel. I love to watch her. She was getting ready for the retreat we were doing, and we do stash dives as part of our games. So she was going through all of her whips and sorting things out and deciding what went where. And then she showed us pictures of her craft room after that. And the whole time her cat keeps her company. So
well, that's good.
Yeah,
have
it's
some
kind of fun. So, and she is an under 1,000 subs club person. So go over and give her some love. I think you will like her. She is a very eclectic stitcher.
Nice.
So anyway, And I know you're not really a Flosstube watcher.
I watch occasionally, but usually I'm watching Peppa Pig.
Okay, do you have any plans?
I have a lot of plans.
Ooh, you are free,
I am
aren't you?
free and I have a lot of plans. So we told you we're going to be filming ahead so that there is a Flosstube video on my birthday weekend. But then the next weekend, we've got to figure it out, and there may not be one because it will be a retreat day. And I'm so excited. So I am going to get to spend a whole weekend doing nothing but stitching and also helping because I'm one of the camp counselors, but mostly stitching.
Maybe if we can work it out, we will walk together and take video of the brag table. And we can take some video in a couple of other places, and I'll just cut one together and we'll do a retreat like montage.
We'll do a retreat vlog for you live from Camp Black Needle Carnival Edition.
There you go.
There. So look for that. But so I am going to start Gamer. I thought it was Nuevo. Laura has told me it's Nouveau. So, and also Kevin, if you're watching this, Laura says that you might want to start it too. So let's be start buddies. Message me, we'll figure it out. Or just bring your stuff and we'll do it together.
You have a few days, Kevin, before you guys take off. Come on.
Figure it out, Kevin. So I'm going to start that at the retreat. I'm very excited. I'm also going to start bacon and eggs from Mill Hill on my birthday. That's going to be my birthday start. So if you want to start something or stitch along with me on my birthday, pick something that you've been meaning to start for a long time and you just never got around to it. Or stitch on something that makes you laugh, because that's also a me thing. And those bacon and eggs does both of that for me.
Oh, now I have to figure out what I'm going to stitch.
Yeah.
Because I already started something.
Right. Sorry, we're always starting something. So I'm planning on starting those two. You've talked me into maybe starting peppermint bark on the 25th. So I may have a bunch of new starts to show you. I'm really liking Fright from Bent Creek, so I'll work on that. There is a new part of Castle Homecoming from the Frosted Pumpkin. I didn't even touch the second part of that.
Okay.
Model stitching, so planning on working on that and seeing where Fandom Stitching Central takes me.
And maybe some dinosaurs.
And maybe some dinosaurs.
How many more do you don't have that many more? I mean, I know it's a chunk at the bottom.
I am on the letter P of ABC Dinosaurs from the Clouds Factory. So
that's pretty far through.
Yeah. And I'm not sure. I'm trying to decide what all I'm taking to retreat. So
it's about 5 parts because it's usually 2 letters per part.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, I think I stopped in July sometime. Probably.
Okay.
Because I was trying to catch up from model stitching and then I just
probably.
So, but anyway, so I have a lot of plans. They're not really solid plans, but I plan to start at least 3 things, and who knows.
And when you go into your challenge group, which is Fandom Stitching, right?
Fandom Stitching Central. They're voting on next year's theme. So if you have just been lurking in there or you haven't joined, come join. It's a really nice community. The challenges are fun and they're not like super strict, so you can really fit in whatever you want to stitch on. And
it's run by Shan Carroll,
yes,
who is just a delight.
Nice. And she also has a Flosstube channel, Stitching Sorceress, if you want to check her out. And so right this year it's Lord of the Rings, which has been really fun, and there have been some fun suggestions for next year, and it's voting time. So but yeah, so I'm gonna have lots of fun the next couple of weeks. I'm really
You're almost giddy.
What about you? What are your plans?
Whew, I don't know if I have plans.
Okay, no. Well, that's a good way to be.
We're coming up on the 25th, and the project I'm using for our stitch along today is one that I was supposed to make my 25/7 and then model stitching hit. And then at the very least, I was supposed to be stitching on it on the 25th of every month, but there was model stitching. And then I was doing other stuff and having my birthday and starting everything under the sun. So I would like to catch up on that some. And I am really loving just visiting all my projects. I'd like to catch up my temperature Sal.
Yes.
I think I can't remember if I got through April or not, but I know that I need to at least do May and June and July now.
Yeah.
And it doesn't take long. It's 10 stitches. The big thing is that I need to keep going on the frame with it so that I have that part.
Yeah, I need to catch up mine too, because it sounds like we're about the same place. I think I maybe am a few days into May, but I could be surprised and find out that I'm still in the middle of April.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can't remember
been a
where
while.
exactly
Yeah.
I stopped, but I've been mostly keeping up. I need to add a few more temperatures to
Mhm.
figure out what is going to go on my chart.
Mhm.
But anyway, I would like to catch that up. And that's a fun one to stitch on. It's
Mhm.
pretty easy. And then I have a project that's coming in the mail that I'm going to take to camp. And if you're at camp with us, I'm asking people to come and stitch on it.
Ooh, fun.
And it is, I'll just go ahead and tell you, it's going to be Who Let the Frogs Out. And I think I had originally shown that I was going to do Whip It Good,
Mhm.
but I'm going to change it because my fabric is green and the floss I chose is this beautiful green variegated silk.
Mhm.
And it's just going to be fabulous. And I thought it needs to be the frogs.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
So, and then, I'll change the other one to be another color palette that I
Mhm.
like. So
Yeah,
it'll
that'll
be fun.
good.
And then just whatever falls in my lap at night will be good. I'm pretty close on hands-on design, present blessings. And I think Katie's given me the eye over here. We got pre-stitching for a retreat we're going to, and Katie did all of my floss, got it all ready. So I have to get that going so that I will be ready.
That's
when
right.
it's time to go.
That's right.
So, but I think that's it. Do you think we have rambled enough?
Whew. And we need to stop shopping because we've had enough shenanigans to last us until the next time we meet.
Well, then really the only thing that's left to say is bye.
Bye. Have a good week.